Hey everybody, Ian here at NAB 2016. I've stepped over into the Fiilex booth to speak with Brent about their new product. We have a new broad light called an M1. Just a little background, they also make a huge array of different sized lighting instruments. And really key here is very high light production in a very small package that doesn't draw a lot of electricity. So great lighting if you had to be in an apartment or anywhere where you're really challenged with power consumption. So kind of gives a little insight. What was the motivation for the M1 and its capacities here?
Sure. When we first kind of came up with the concept, it was to make yourself not just a panel light, but something that's a little more useful than just that soft light, but you can actually have a little more of what we call it a punch light. The idea behind it is you've got multiple sources, so you can get that broad source, but then you have abilities to shape the light still at least a little bit. So we've added, because it's 4 sources instead of 100 or 1,000 little chips, you can still direct that light and shape it. Like, for example, this Fresnel is one of those light shaping tools. So you can actually tighten the beam angle and really have that throw and that punch to either go through a silk or be used in bouncing off of a wall in those tight spaces like we've talked about, yeah. And even we've built in some of the little things like having the ability to mount a chimera directly onto the light source. So
you don't need any bracket from you or third-party bracket?
It's four pole mounts. You will need a specific size that Chimera or ourselves are manufacturing. I'm sure there's going to be other soft boxes and sizes going to be available in a short amount of time period. But yeah, it creates a great fast way to get a really super large soft source.
And what's the output of the? Oh, first of all, we should mention that it's a variable output light and variable color temperature.
Yeah, so you have the same color temperature settings as you would from the Q series lights. So 2800 to 6500. You have quarter magenta, quarter green hue control, all built into that fixture. And the power draw is actually the same power draw as the Q1000. So it's really a 320 watt fixture, putting out LED fixture. So it's what you don't see in typical panel lights is that kind of power. And giving that plus the punch gives you sort of this new that's why it is so exciting. We incorporate the same type of technology of weatherproofing. So they will be IP rated to handle full rain. We actually just got the word, it was actually yesterday I received word that the IP rating testing went successful and it was great. We will be coating them with, so you can have full rain, have no issue.
And for those who aren't juicers, how many amps is that?
How many amps? I believe it's around 3 amps.
Okay, so we're getting a substantial amount of light out of this instrument with a 3 amp payload. Yeah. That's great. Construction?
So the material is like a metal construction with a rubber on each corner to keep it nice and durable. One, to kind of protect things like the knobs and easily to, if you're putting it into a rental truck, you can set it and forget it and not have to worry about it. You've got the PowerCon connectors and DMX capabilities, all those sort of bells and whistles that people want to not have to worry about it.
So we're running to a ballast, and the ballast just has a regular Edison on it.
Yeah, regular Edison, plug and play. It's a 320 watt ballast. We're actually talking about adding other things like a 600 watt ballast. You can power 2 at once. There's lots of other ideas we have for this light. If you're installing this into as a space light even, you can clip 2 together and get a 600 watt draw soft source that has throw to reach the bottom of the floor.
So I see a 5-pin on it, so I'm going to assume these are DMX.
Yes, full DMX control. So it's 3 channels off of DMX to control color, hue, and intensity. Flicker free at any frame rate, at any dimming level. So that's the unique thing about ours is we don't use PWM. So as you dim, there's not any chance of seeing flicker at any. So with phantoms or something like that, you have no issues there.
And what's the general weight on these things?
It's under 10 pounds without the ballast. So the ballast is another, I believe, 3 pounds, but it's right around 9.6 pounds, I believe it is.
So we've got a nice compact package here, under 10 pounds, producing a great amount of light. How soon do we see these?
Well, we are getting you guys your demo units very soon, so you'll be able to show those off, and then units, full units, shipping units will be in June. So
Okay, so that's not that far away.
that's not that far away. We are. It's primed and ready to go. So we are excited to get it to
the
everyone.
accessories that can come with. Oh,
Yeah.
that's another question. How are you kitting these things out, or what's the flexibility in how you purchase these?
Sure. So we've got each of our. So you can buy it individually, just as a just out of the box. You can get the same rolling kit that you see in the Q series lights and the K series kits, and then we also have our new 2 light kits. Where you can get 2 M1s or 2 Q1000s or 2 Q500s in a larger case that has room for some of the accessories, which is nice.
You mentioned, is there a capability of coupling these together as far as a bracket system, or are we still individuals?
Well, so there's a unique design here right behind the yoke that has this little clip here. We are working on something to mount multiples together. Right now, we've got it actually on our own. We designed a multi-baby pin setup so you can actually pivot and tilt these in any direction. But sometimes you just want them both to face the same and lock them together. So we are working on it. They've been designed to have that, and more things to talk about in the future.
All right, thanks so much, Brent. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.